I was like, I think I want to go to California and film a porn scene, you know? And and so I did, and I went and I filmed my first one, and it went really well, and that one went viral too when they released it, and that was just like even partially because I already had a little bit of an audience built up, you know, from doing the Chatterbait. So then I went back in December, and then it was just monthly until I moved to San Diego in like 2015, probably late 2015 or something like that.
What is the first experience like?
Oh my God, it was a fucking nightmare, dude.
Really?
It went horrible, dude.
Wait a minute, really?
It went terrible.
I thought it went viral.
It did. No, that's what was crazy to me. And that's where I realized I was like, oh, this is all like perception and how people are perceiving this, not necessarily how it actually went. My first scene took 2 12-hour days to film.
Why?
I could not come. I could not get hard. I was so nervous. I was so scared. And by that point, I'd taken like a couple Viagra to try and get hard.
And it didn't work?
It wasn't working, dude. I was like, I later found out I didn't need to be taking Viagra, but one of the different ED medications. And so it was like
Cialis?
Actually, sildenafil.
Okay.
Or whatever, which is supposed to be like related to Viagra, but something about it just interacts with me better. So I'm like trying to do this job. I'm like really trying, and it's not working. And so it was 2 12-hour days. And I remember being like, when I flew home, and then the second scene, because they always want you to do 2 scenes when you come out, at least back then they did. And so the second scene went way better. It took a full 8-hour day, you know, which is still pretty long for a porn scene, but
you got to prove yourself though.
Yeah. And then I was like, I expected they were never going to call me back, that they were going to be like, yeah, this guy can't do it.
Yeah.
And I was amazed when that first scene came out. I was like, it looks like I'm hard the whole time. Like, you know, it's all editing and shit like that.
No way.
Because I would be able to get hard for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And they would film that 2 minutes of fucking or whatever, and then we'd cut, you know, and then I would like, oh, come on, like you fucker.
You must have been so embarrassed.
Dude, it was the worst. It was so embarrassing. I don't
mean to laugh, but
I laugh now. Like it was mortifying. It was like, oh my God, why can't, and like emasculating. It was like, why can't I do this?
Yes.
You know? And this is where I hate to say that like bottoms or like girls have it easier because they have their own struggles, you know what I mean? Which are just, it's not better or worse or harder or easier. It's just different, you know? But like low key, like you don't have to get hard if you're a hole. So
yes.
You just got to be a hole, you know?
Of course.
And even if you're not getting wet, there's lube, you know?
Of course,
so,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
So,
but